Hello, my name is Sophia Kitano. I'm from Shorin Global High School. The world system for protecting refugees is broken. We can see this in Austria, in South Sudan camps, in Istanbul's cold streets, and EU's heavily fortified walls. Worldwide, more than 61 million people have been forced out of their home countries. Governments have a duty to help them, yet most rich countries treat refugees as somebody else's problem. By closing off borders, they have allowed poor Middle Eastern, African, and South Asian countries to host 86% of all refugees. By ignoring appeals for humanitarian aid, they have left UN agencies so broke they can't even feed many refugees poorly. We believe that allowing the free movement of refugees will protect refugee lives and ensure the economic benefits refugees bring to host countries. Contention 1. Protect refugee lives. According to the UN Secretary Journal, poor nations have host 86% of the world's refugees. 10 countries, which account for just 2.5% of the global economy, are hosting more than half of the world's refugees. Over 5 million refugees have fled Syria since the onset of conflict. 86% of Syrian refugees are in Iraq, Lebanon, Jordan, Turkey, and Egypt. Countries near Syria have started refusing refugees at their borders because they can no longer provide basic humanitarian needs, such as healthcare, primary education, sanitary and warm living conditions, clean water, and employment. The UNHCR estimates that 70% of refugees in Lebanon and Jordan live in absolute poverty. UN aid has been cut for 1.7 million refugees. So many have to beg or perform child labor. Girls are sent into child marriage. According to the UN, because conditions are so bad in surrounding countries and so many borders have been closed in developed EU nations, refugees are going back to war-torn Syria to escape poor conditions or rejection. In 2015, 140,000 made the dangerous trip back to Syria. The main reason they returned was because of the food aid cuts and not being able to pay rent in Jordan and Lebanon. If refugees were allowed to move more freely, refugees could be distributed more equally among world nations. The burden on individual countries, particularly the countries around Syria, will decrease, and the danger to refugees themselves would decrease. This would allow for more humane treatment for refugees. Contention 2. Economic benefit to host countries. Refugees bring economic benefit to their host countries, when they are allowed to move more freely. If refugees could choose where to live instead of where they are told to live, they would have a 19% higher chance of employment. According to the Institute of Economics, University of Copenhagen, the lack of free location choice for refugees in the present situation increases secondary migration rates or relocation within host countries or within a region. Evidence from Norway, Sweden, and Denmark shows that when refugees are not allowed to choose where to live, they are forced to be idle, spending an average of 8 years in camps or relocation centers. This causes unemployment, prevents refugees from contributing to the local economies, and makes refugees more susceptible to joining terrorist groups or illegal activities. When allowed to move more freely, refugees make strong contributions to national economies. Refugees boost the population, labor force, and contribute to the economy. Refugees, like economic immigrants, possess skills, education, and work experiences, which benefit the local economy. Europe also benefits from refugees. According to the Wall Street Journal, economists agree that refugees will boost the European economy in the long term. The European Commission's European Economic Forecast states that refugees' impact on Germany's economies by 2020 will be at least 0.3% of the GDP, even if most of them turn out to be low-skilled. Taking this motion can help solve the current refugee crisis and bring economic benefit to host countries. Therefore, we are proud to propose.